My brothers and sisters, I found this article about what Charlie Kirk said about our king brother by the name of Yusuf Salaam. Here is the article now, my brothers and sisters. New York City Councilman Yusuf Salaam, who once took part in the gruesome gang rape of a jogger in Central Park, is now furious that an NYPD officer dared to pull him over for having illegally tinted windows. Salaam wasn't even arrested or given a ticket, but after getting away with gang rape he apparently thinks he deserves to be completely above the law. Charlie Kirk at risk of lawsuit for what he said bad about Yusuf Salaam. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk could be sued for defamation over comments he made about New York City Council member Yusuf Salaam, legal experts have told Newsweek. It comes after Salaam, one of a group of exonerated men formerly known as the Central Park Five, said he was stopped and pulled over by police in the city without an explanation. Salaam said he was listening into a call with my council colleagues on speakerphone when he was stopped in Harlem on Friday night, the New York Daily News reported. I introduced myself as Councilman Yusuf Salaam and subsequently asked the officer why I was pulled over, he said. Instead of answering my question, the officer stated, "We're done here," and proceeded to walk away. The New York Police Department later said that Salaam had been stopped for driving with dark tint beyond legal limits. The officer conducted himself professionally and respectfully throughout the interaction and used discretion to allow Salaam to complete his official duties, the NYPD said in a statement. After the incident, Kirk, the co-founder of the conservative youth organization Turning Point USA, attacked Salaam on social media. Salaam once took part in the gruesome gang rape of a jogger in Central Park and is now furious that an NYPD officer dared to pull him over for having illegally tinted windows, Kirk wrote on X, formerly Twitter, alongside the Daily News article. Charlie Kirk said more badly things about our king brother Yusuf Salaam. New York City Councilman Yusuf Salaam, who once took part in the gruesome gang rape of a jogger in Central Park, is now furious that an NYPD officer dared to pull him over for having illegally tinted windows. Salaam wasn't even arrested or given a ticket, but after getting away with gang rape he apparently thinks he deserves to be completely above the law. Salaam wasn't even arrested or given a ticket, but after getting away with gang rape he apparently thinks he deserves to be completely above the law. What a disgusting pig. Newsweek contacted Salaam for comment via email on Monday. Kirk was contacted for comment via direct message on X on Monday morning. This article will be updated if either responds. The post appeared to have been removed after Newsweek contacted Kirk for comment. Kirk said later on X, "I deleted an earlier tweet about New York City Councilman Yusuf Salaam because I think additional details and context are warranted. Many people, even on the right, think the Central Park Five case is a story of five completely innocent men, railroaded at random by a racist justice system, who have now been fully and totally exonerated beyond doubt. This is not true, and I'll explain why." Next, my brothers and sisters, Charlie Kirk's fake apology here. I deleted an earlier tweet about New York City Councilman Yusuf Salaam because I think additional details and context are warranted. Many people, even on the right, think the Central Park Five case is a story of five completely innocent men, railroaded at random by a racist justice system, who have now been fully and totally exonerated beyond doubt. This is not true, and I'll explain why. I said Salaam once took part in a gruesome gang rape, but did not elaborate. I should have said Yusuf Salaam once confessed to participating in a gang rape. In this confession, Salaam admitted to beating jogger Trisha Maley twice with a metal pipe and to groping her breasts while others raped her. I should have mentioned that along with being raped, Maley was beaten so badly that her eye socket was crushed and her brain was severely damaged. I should have said when police interrogated Salaam, he initially claimed to have not even been in Central Park. But when they told him that fingerprints had been found on Maley's clothing, Salaam's response was to confess immediately by saying, "I was there but I didn't rape her." I should have mentioned that Salaam has accused the police of coercing his confession by savagely beating fellow defendant Curry Wise and threatening to do the same to him. I should have mentioned that this is an outrageous claim that not a single iota of evidence has ever been produced to support. In fact, the record contains no evidence of any injuries to Wise at all. I should have mentioned that neither Salaam's trial nor a subsequent NYPD-commissioned investigation found any reason to believe his confession was coerced. Instead, Salaam argued that his confession should have been inadmissible due to his age at the time. He was 15. But the only reason Salaam had been interrogated is that he lied to the police about his age and fooled them with fake ID. A court ruled at the time, and I agree, that Salaam's deliberate deception of police made his confession admissible. The NYT and other publications will tell you that Salaam was wrongfully imprisoned or otherwise proven to be innocent. This is untrue. Instead, the Central Park 5 convictions were all vacated, as though their trials had never happened, because Manhattan DA Robert Morgenthau petitioned a judge to vacate them, and the request was granted in a matter of minutes without a single court hearing on the actual merits. I should have mentioned that the justification for the vacated sentences was that one man, Matias Reyes, had confessed to the rape and had his involvement confirmed by DNA evidence. But in addition, I should have mentioned that Reyes's confirmed involvement in no way debunks the possibility that others were involved. Prosecutors had always believed that other perpetrators had gotten away, and had always known that the semen found on Maylee's brutalized body was not linked to any of the defendants. All of the Central Park 5, in their confessions, had claimed that they merely hit, groped, or held Maylee as she was raped by others. I should have mentioned the several witnesses who testified that CP5 defendants had told them of their involvement in the rape before being charged, and that these witnesses stood by their testimony even after Reyes came forward. I should have mentioned that Salaam was not picked up randomly off the streets by cops. Instead, police only investigated him because multiple people present in Central Park had implicated him by name in multiple attacks. I should have mentioned Melody Jackson, who spoke with Salaam's friend Curry Wise when he called her from Rikers Island. Wise told her he only held Maylee down while others assaulted her, a fact Jackson reported to police because she thought it would help Wise. At trial and again in 2002, Jackson reaffirmed her testimony, even as she admitted that inculpating the boys had caused immense problems in her life. I should also have mentioned that Reyes had ample reason to lie about being the sole perpetrator. He was already serving a life sentence and received a beneficial prison transfer after his confession. I should have added that DA Morgenthau blocked police investigators from interviewing Reyes themselves and told other prisoners not to talk to police either. I should have mentioned that one of Reyes's acquaintances told a journalist Reyes admitted to joining in the assault on Maylee as it was already in progress. I should have mentioned that investigators attempted to recreate the manner in which Reyes says he chased down and attacked Maylee on his own, and found the story implausible. I should have mentioned that police found a bloodstain on Salaam's jacket. I should have mentioned that the Armstrong report, compiled after Reyes's confession, concluded that the consistencies found in the defendant's statements, the informal remarks made by the defendants at various times, the corroborative testimony of other witnesses make it more likely than not that the defendants participated in an attack upon the jogger. I should have mentioned that, back in 2003, the New York Times itself reported on these findings in a far fairer manner than would ever be thinkable today. I should also have mentioned that Salaam was convicted of participating in multiple different assaults on other passers-by in Central Park the same night as the jogger attack. Those convictions have been vacated as well, but not for any actual reason. No new evidence ever came forward, and as many as 7 separate eyewitnesses described Salaam savagely attacking people with a metal pipe. In fact, these convictions were vacated even though one argument for exonerating Salaam of rape is that he was too busy assaulting other people to have been present for the jogger attack. I wish I had provided this additional context from the beginning, so that people would know the facts, and not just a narrative crafted for them at Netflix and PBS by people eager to exonerate anybody convicted of brutalizing a Karen. Salaam could sue Kirk for defamation over the original comments, and win, according to legal experts. Salaam and 4 Black or Latino men were falsely accused and convicted of raping and beating a white jogger in New York City's Central Park in 1989. Salaam was 15 when he was arrested and was imprisoned for almost 7 years. All 5 of the men's convictions were overturned through DNA evidence. Kirk's statement is false and defamatory, Bennett Gershman, a law professor at Pace University, told Newsweek. Since Salaam is a public official and a public figure, Salaam would have to prove that Kirk acted with malice, which means showing that Kirk knew his statement was false or recklessly disregarded the truth. Salaam was exonerated of the crime. It was a huge public fact. If Kirk didn't know that, he must be living on another planet. A lawsuit by Salaam would be appropriate and winnable. Sandra Barron, a visiting clinical lecturer in law at Yale Law School, agreed that Salaam would likely win the lawsuit and take down Charlie Kirk too. He could sue for defamation, Barron told Newsweek. And he would likely win fairly handily unless there are new facts known that undermine his exoneration. Barron noted that many of the responses to Kirk's post also suggested that Salaam could sue for defamation. At least one noted the large verdict handed down a few days ago against Donald Trump, she said. A jury on Friday awarded $83.3 million to E. Jean Carroll for the former president's continued social media attacks against Carroll over her claims that he sexually assaulted her in a Manhattan department store. Added to the $5 million sexual assault and defamation verdict last year from another jury in a case brought by Carroll, it raised the amount Trump must pay her to $88.3 million. Trump, who denied any wrongdoing, protested the verdict and said he would appeal. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and other social media platforms to My Brothers and Sisters.